These are the top 5 quarterbacks we've got that you should be very cautious of and probably not pick up. Who you got at number 1?
Tua Tagovailoa, even if he bounces back. I mean, people compared him to Drew Brees, and he kind of looks like Drew when he's throwing small underneath throws, not really confident throwing down the field, but he's a small guy. He's left-handed. He's not your he's not your normal quarterback. Now, he was great, obviously, in college, and I think Tua has a lot of room for improvement, but I don't think he's a guy that you should bite on. I know he's got Waddle. I know he's got Gesicki, but I think he will hold himself back individually and won't be able to perform, so I think stay away from him for sure.
I mean, I would have never picked him, period.
That's exactly why you stay away from him.
Number 1 red flag for me is Dak Prescott.
Ooh.
Purely injury related. They have they're 31st in strength of schedule, but he's already laboring a shoulder injury after coming back from a broken ankle. It's like, I don't know if he's going to be available. Like, you pick him in your draft, and it's possible that you're going to be waiting and playing your backup week after week. Like, man, would Dak come back, he going to kill it. But we don't know if he's going to play or not. I mean, if I knew that he was actually going to play, then he would have definitely been in my second list right along with where you had him, possibly even in the first list just because the strength of schedule is so weak. But I don't know that he's going to be available. I would not waste a high pick on Dak. Well, who you got at number 2?
Number 2, Zack Wilson, huge fool's gold pick. I know people, oh my God, number 2 pick. Look at all the talent they brought in around him. No, look at the division that he plays in. He's got Bill Belichick, Sean McDermott, and Brian Flores twice a year. He was absolutely subpar in college when he played against competition. And the guy is small. I know he can throw on the run. I know he can get shifty with the legs. But again, he has not played well against competition. You're putting him in a very, very tough defensive division. Look at all 3 of the teams in Buffalo, Miami, and New England. Huge defenses. I think he's going to struggle against him. Stay away from Zack Wilson.
I mean, you know I don't like Zach. I don't think he should be picked, period. Doesn't matter. Backup, none of that. He's not going to be the guy. At number 2, I got Jimmy Garoppolo.
100%.
Injuries plus Trey Lance is breathing down that man's neck already, and he's not even hurt. But I mean, for the most part, it's really just because Jimmy is a winner. He's not a stat guy. He's not for fantasy football. In his 2019 season, he was only 17th ranked in fantasy points, and he took his team all the way to the Super Bowl. He's efficient. He makes big plays when he's supposed to, but he's not stuffing the stat sheet, and he's not going to help you in your fantasy league. You just cannot trust him like that.
Right.
I mean, it's probably a foregone conclusion that he'll get hurt, but even if he doesn't, San Francisco will be winning games, and he will not be scoring you points. You won't be winning in fantasy with him.
Yep.
Who you got at 3?
Number 3, Matt Ryan. Julio Jones was a major reason that Matt Ryan was able to rack up those yards. He's a major reason that the Falcons were able to get that offense that they've been for the past 5, 6, 7 years. But new coach, you're going to assume Calvin Ridley's going to step up and be wide receiver 1, which I think he can, but let's not assume. Kyle Pitts, the highest picked tight end ever, and tight ends don't always find immediate success in the NFL. I predicted that he would, but still, it has to be seen. And again, that offensive line makes you curious. Will Matt Ryan have his time? A lot of factors going into this new season. Be aware of Matt Ryan. Absolutely stay away from him.
So that's surprising. I got Justin Fields at number 3. It's not because I don't like the kid. Like, I really hope that he does well, but he's playing the 3rd toughest schedule in the league this season. That is not a good look for a rookie. And as it stands, he's not even listed as QB1. See, he may not even come out as a starter. So you might end up having to wait on him, in addition to the fact that when he does come in, he's going to be playing against top-tier defenses all season long. So, I mean, I would kind of shy away from Justin this season. He might be a next-year fantasy guy. If you're in a keeper league, you might want to sit on him for next year. I don't want him right now, though. What you got for week 4? Week 4 for player number 4.
Baker Mayfield. The Browns perform better when Baker does not throw the football. They are a run-centric team. Nick Chubb is obviously going to be able to continue. I think he has a fourth straight 1,000-yard season, probably double-digit touchdowns again. Kareem Hunt's back there. And is he going to be able to play well when OBJ comes back? He took off on that hill when OBJ went down with the injury. Be aware of Baker Mayfield. I would not draft him in my fantasy league, considering how run-heavy the Browns are.
No, I absolutely agree with that. I got Matt Stafford at number 4. He's got the 10th toughest schedule this season. No running threat, which basically equals no play action. So no one's going to be worried about the threat of him actually handing the ball off. It's going to be all him trying to do it with his arm. and that's going to be very reminiscent of what you saw in Detroit. It's not going to fare well. On top of the fact that he just has extreme pressure to actually produce outside of Detroit. He just came out in an interview talking about how he let Detroit down, and the expectations for him in LA are basically to take them back to the Super Bowl, because with their other quarterback, they made it to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
It's not like the bar is low, like all I got to do is make a playoffs. You've never even won a playoff game, and you stepped into a situation where the bar is, you're going to have to take us to the Super Bowl and win it.
Yep.
Because the dude that left here took us all the way there, but he didn't win it.
Yep. That's why you're there.
He's gonna fold. Don't take him. Who you got at 5?
Number 5, Jameis Winston. Again, like with the Matt Ryan situation, you can't sit here and assume that everything is going to be the same. The Saints are way different. There is no wide receiver one. Michael Thomas is not going to be there because of surgery. Jared Cook is out of town. Emmanuel Sanders is out of town. The Saints look way different. This will be Winston's first year, and Kamara, again, is the only weapon. I hate to say it, but it's going to be tough to watch as a Saints fan. Do not draft Jameis Winston. Don't do it.
It's my last guy, Kirk Cousins. 5th toughest strength of schedule this season. He's got 8 midday and primetime games.
Oh, that's 8 losses.
Yeah, like he does not perform when they don't play at 1 o'clock, and he's got 8 of those games. I mean, like, he should start the season off strong because they do have their weaker piece of scheduling in the beginning. But he's got from week 9 all the way through the rest of the season, he's got a gauntlet. It doesn't end. I mean, if you pick Kirk Cousins, you're going to start off blazing. Be like, yeah, he's killing it for me. Didn't expect him to get these kind of points. And from week 9 moving forward, he's going to be the reason why you completely tank. If you actually make the playoffs, you are not going any farther than that, because the defenses and the times that he plays get very tough as you move on in the season. Kirk Cousins ain't what you want.